Hi everybody, welcome to my Minecraft video. This is Source Jr. coming at you, and you may know me by my tutorials. In fact, this may be a familiar location to you. This is my hot tub, and I am not doing a tutorial today. I'm sorry to disappoint. However, I do have an announcement to make, and that's what this video is for. So, I wanted to invite you all here and get your input on something. So before we do that, let me just hop in my hot tub here and warm up by my fire. There we go. I just wanted to hop down and relax and throw a couple of things out at you. Got my fine salmon. Just munch that. Don't mind me. Awesome. Freshly caught. Anyway, so let's get down to business. I am starting up a new series, and you may have known that, or maybe you didn't, but I did talk a little bit about that on my channel, as well as many comments in my tutorials. But I need some feedback. Let me just kill that music. It might be a little too loud. But I am going to get back in the water. So, the idea is to do a sort of running series, a let's play if you will, but I don't want to do a standard let's play because there are literally hundreds of them, and I would like to do something a little bit differently. So anyway, I've got a couple of ideas, but I just can't decide on which way to go because I like them both. But I wanted to give you folks the opportunity to help me choose one direction or the other. So let me give you an idea of what I'm planning on doing. It's going to be like a let's play. I've got a couple of different ideas. One is going to be a sort of man versus wild TV type series, like the show Man versus Wild with Bear Grylls, whatever his name is. I've only seen it a couple times, but it's pretty enjoyable. So he's basically a minimalist. He gets dropped off somewhere in a hazardous wasteland or some kind of environment, and he has to survive, and he's got his camera and his mic, and it's just him. And a camera crew, but you're not supposed to see them. And he teaches you how to survive in this location, and you learn some tricks and tips, and it's pretty cool. And sometimes he gets stung by bees and falls into holes and stuff, and it's fun to watch. So I'm thinking about maybe doing a man versus Minecraft. That's number one. The other choice was a sort of, if you're familiar with the movie I Am Legend with Fresh Prince, Will Smith, it's actually based on a book by the same name by Richard Matheson, and it's an older book, but it's an interesting idea about the Last Man on Earth. In fact, there's a movie called The Last Man on Earth with Vincent Price, and that's also based on the book, which is actually, if you got to watch one of the movies, watch that one, because it would be more like what I have in mind. So I Am Legend would be something like more of a role-played type scenario series where I would have certain special limitations making things more challenging for me. So number one, let's go back to the first one, Man versus Minecraft, and then number two, I Am Legend. So the first idea, Man versus Minecraft, would have no limitations whatsoever. I would play the game as I normally do. The only modification, the only real challenge would be I would play it in an Ironman mode, meaning that if I died, I would have to delete the world and start fresh. In fact, I will do both of them. Whichever way I decide to go, I will play them both in an Ironman mode, just to make it a little bit more interesting, a little more challenging, and to really fear death and to be super cautious. I think that's really the only way to do it. Now, the Man versus Minecraft would, again, be a standard game of Minecraft in which I would not be limited by any type of artificial rules. I can craft anything, I can build anything, I can break down blocks, but I still want to have some kind of a goal, a victory condition, if you will, Otherwise, it'll go on forever, and I don't think I want to do that. And I have to have some kind of purpose. So the purpose for the Man versus Minecraft would be essentially survival. Obviously, I have to survive, and that's my goal. Is every day I've got to fight for survival, go out and well, actually, the ultimate goal when the show ends, or to end the show, would be to reach the Netherworld. That's one goal. So the first thing is I'd have to go out and obviously find some diamonds so I can get some obsidian, so I can build a nether gate. And then once I get to the Netherworld, I figure I'll say I have to live in the Netherworld for X days, maybe 3 days or 4 days, but I have to travel throughout that time. I can't just sit still. I've got to maybe travel 100, 200 blocks a day, which should make it interesting and quite frightening. But that would be one of the goals. So let's say I have to go down there for 3 days and just travel from end to end. And then I have to build at the end of that travel period. We'll call it exploration, traveling, documenting things or something. And then when I reach the end of that specific goal, I have to build another portal, go back to the surface, and then once on the surface, I have to find my way back to my original spawn point, which would be the extraction point. So there you go. And if I do that, I win. Yay! And we can do another season or something. I don't know. But that's the first option, Man versus Minecraft. Again, no limitations, build anything I want, use anything. I can have diamond armor, diamond swords, anything. The other option would be I Am Legend, and I'm going to get jumped. So let me just go over here and put my back against the wall in case I do get jumped. I can fight. Anyway, excuse me. So I'm back at option number 2, which would be more of an I Am Legend. So I Am Legend is cool. Water's probably getting a little bit loud and obnoxious, so let's go up here to the tower. So I Am Legend, again, if you've seen the movie, great, because you'll understand that the main character, Neville, is the last man on Earth, essentially. Everybody else has died from a plague or something, you don't really know. And his goal in life, in that movie, with Will Smith anyway, is to find a cure and help everybody out. So that wonderful. So he can save the world. So that would be the ultimate goal, would be to save the world. I'm the last man on Earth, and my goal is to find a cure or whatever. So by day I go out and I forage and I hunt for food and for resources. However, I would be limited. I cannot build anything. I can only carry certain number of resources, say 6 or 12. I can't stack more than that. I would need to eat food and water. My thought is maybe 1 piece of food at every transition, morning, noon, and night. And I have to locate a water source every night. So the idea is now I'm up on the surface and I'm foraging for things. Oh, well, let me tell you the victory goal first. So the victory condition, the goal, is, again, save the world. Save the cheerleader, save the world. All right, no cheerleaders in this game, so I'll have to find something else to save, and that would be, I'll have to find something else to do, and that would be, number 1 would be to search and destroy X number of monster lairs. Now, a monster lair in that sense of that game and that role play would be a monster generator. So I'd have to literally locate somewhere in dungeons, in the caverns, locate dungeons and destroy the monster generator. So that would be a monster lair. And I would have to say destroy half a dozen, let's say 5 or 6, to meet that 1 victory condition. That would be the first one. Or secondly, if I locate a golden apple, which is a rare beast indeed, rare treat indeed, and they're only found in dungeons, in dungeon chests, in treasure chests. So that would be either one of those 2 goals. If I don't find the apple, I've got to destroy, say, 6 or 10, I don't know yet, monster lairs. And if I do that, then I win, yay, and we do another season. Now I want to make that difficult to do, so again, I would have to eat and also sleep. So in the movie, Neville, well, in the book rather, I prefer the book, Last Man on Earth with Vincent Price, he actually goes out and has he does seek and destroy missions during the day. So, because the creatures only come out at night. So he goes out literally and hunts down the creatures and kills them by day. And he forages for supplies, and he finds things that he needs to live. Every day is a struggle just to live. And then by night, he's got to get back to his house by night. And again, that's similar to the I Am Legend movie with Fresh Prince, but a little bit different. So he gets back to his house by night, and all the creatures come out and they try to get into his home to eat him, or turn him into what they are or something. So that would be how I would play that particular game. So I would have to get to a shelter every night. I would have to build myself a shelter, and my building ability would be limited in some fashion, perhaps only being able to build with wood, or maybe only be able to climb in a tree and chop down some bushes, some leaves to hide inside, and maybe be limited by not being able to build with cobblestone or something, for instance. So that's generally the idea. Of course, anything I find in I Am Legend, if I go down and destroy a dungeon and I find an iron sword, then I get to keep it. But I would be able to make leather armor, because I can kill cows easily enough. And I would only be able to use, say, wooden and stone tools. So anyway, that would be kind of a highly limited game. It would be more role-played. It would be very difficult. So maybe I'll start with the Man vs. Minecraft. So anyway, those are the two choices. I want you guys to please comment. Let me know which one you would prefer to see me do. I probably will do both, but I need to start somewhere, and I just can't make up my mind. I like both of the options. Again, let's go over them very briefly. Man vs. Minecraft, no limitations, build anything I want. I've got two of them. The major goal is to get down to the Netherworld and travel down there and document for X number of days, work my way back, and then find back to my spawn. Yay, win the game. Balloons, parades, etc. Woohoo! Or number two, I Am Legend style game, where I actually go out and seek and destroy monster lairs, and if I kill a number of them, then I win the game, or if I find a golden apple. So let you guys decide. Oh, and I would be limited. Yowza. Nice shot. And I would be limited in my ability to build and craft, and I don't know exactly how yet, but I would be in some fashion. So you guys, please decide one way or the other. Don't say both. Give me one that you really, really want the most, and I will tally up the scores, and I will get started right away. I'm very, very excited to get started on this. I don't want to wait, and I'm going to have a website up very soon. Keep your eyes on paulsourcejr.com. I should have that up by the end of the week. But just vote in the comments for now. Maybe I'll have a poll site up. I don't know. I just wanted to get this out there and let you guys start telling me which way to go. All right, I do want to get started with this. I'm super excited, really. Anyway, I will talk to you all soon, and thanks for watching and listening. See you shortly. Goodbye.